Hi, guys. Welcome to the Wednesday live stream. Every Wednesday, I go live at 12 p.m. Eastern. We talk about voice, we talk about music, we talk about all the things that independent artists need to survive and thrive. And today, I'm discussing how to get more power and volume out of your voice without strain or struggle. Welcome, everyone. A quick announcement before we get started. Tomorrow is my brand new last free masterclass of the year, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. How to build a world-class voice, the ultimate steps to vocal mastery, precision, and excellence. So this is really for the serious singer who wants to build a world-class voice, and I'm going to be revealing inside of that masterclass. It's a jam-packed hour tomorrow at 3 p.m. You'll see the links everywhere. My complete top trade secret outline for how to build a world-class voice. This is updated from the masterclass in March. It's a more advanced version. And a brand new, never shared before case study of a singer who went from losing her voice to literally astonishing her bandmates, getting a standing ovation from her audience in just a few short months, and the exact methods and protocol that we followed to make that happen, I'm going to share with you. Attendees will get the full masterclass outline PDF in the chat at the end of the call. And I'm also releasing a very special invitation to come and join me for our brand new online immersive intensive vocal experience and incubator inside my vocal mastery program that is just opening its doors now. This is a year-long program for the serious singer who wants to build a world-class voice, and you will learn the Cole Vocal Method Level 2. So come and join me for the masterclass, and you'll also get the deepest discount that we offer if you're interested in that program. It's going to be an incredible year. Imagine a whole year of intensive, immersive vocal mastery training and level 2 of the program, which is over 100 of the Cole Vocal Method, which is over 120 brand new sequences and exercises inside this program. I've made it extremely affordable. This is the first time I'm giving the program. This is the first time I'm actually bringing to the public what I use in private training with level 2. So this is for, if you want to emerge a year from now with an elevated voice, this is it. So come and join me for the masterclass tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Learn all about it. Okay, for our topic, how to get more power and volume out of your voice without strain or struggle, right? Let me first outline the 5 secrets today. Number 1 is the voice building techniques. And these voice building techniques that dramatically elevate the sound and strength I'm going to be talking about. 2 is the right support using the trunk of the body and how we do that. Secret 3 is the point of resistance or appoggio and what that means and how that works and how it takes the pressure off the voice so the voice can function without the constriction and the muting and the strain that causes when you don't know what you're doing. Secret 4 is drinking the tone or drawing the sound inward. I'm going to talk about that. Secret 5 is developing the overtone series and what that is. Okay, let's dive in. So, as always, every Wednesday, the topic is outlined in the blog that comes out Wednesday morning. So if you want to get that in your inbox and be reminded and join our list of incredible singers changing the world with their voices, go to carriecole.com and sign up, and you'll get that blog in your inbox every Wednesday. And if you can't take notes today and you want to reflect on what we're talking about, go over to the blog. It's the blog of the week this week. So many singers think that more power or volume or belting higher notes has to do with pushing more air past the chords, but that only ends up causing strain and struggle and mutes the voice, because real power and volume come from knowing how to use the instrument correctly, taking the strain off the throat, providing the proper support from the body. And it's also accomplished by developing the voice with the correct vocal technique, the correct vocal path that builds the core strength, strips away the compensatory muscles that constrict and interfere with vocal production. And then we build the core strength and the overtone series and the legato line. So to avoid strain and also burnout that comes from pushing muscle rather than using air. So, this teeter totter of muscle and air. And this is the balance of the singing voices when we have it in balance. Okay. So when we over muscle and we squeeze and we push, right? And we put so much tension here when we go to hit that high note, right? We're using the back of the neck, we're using the accessory muscles. These are secondary muscles to the technique. And what happens is they burn the voice out. They constrict the instrument. You won't get the high note. You won't get the full tone of the note, right? The note will sound thin or constricted, right? And so it's important to train with the right method, a strong technique teaching you how to actually use the voice correctly when you're singing with power and volume is what you need to learn. And you can learn all that within the cold vocal method that I teach inside the Vocal Freedom Circle, which is an online program that you can just sign up and do anytime. That teaches level 1. Level 2 is taught in my brand new vocal mastery program, which is starting October 16th. If you're serious about your voice, get your butt in that program. You will emerge a year later with a completely elevated voice. So let's dive into the secret number 1, because we're talking about voice building. And most methods and techniques, they'll have a lot of techniques to try this, do that, but it's not a system or an actual method that moves you along the trajectory of the development of the voice. My cold vocal method does, because this is a method based in 40 years of vocal science, based on vocal research that Dr. Edward Dwyer did. This is very important information that literally transforms the singing voice and takes you on a journey through the development of your voice, addressing each phase and level of your development, advancing you as you go. And voice building is a really important piece of it, right? When we're warming up, we're not doing voice building. When we're repairing the voice, we're doing repair techniques. We're not doing voice building. But when the voice is not warming up for a show, or it's not conditioning or trying to fix the voice, we're doing voice building, because voice building is building the core instrument. We're stripping away the compensatory muscles. We're increasing the availability for those core muscles to then respond, because they're not being over constricted or overshadowed by the compensatory or accessory muscles, which limit and restrict everything. As we get that vocal path, happening correctly, then we're starting the process of building the core of the voice. And it's similar to an athlete, right? We don't want to use muscles that aren't giving us the most bang for our buck, that are interfering with the sound. We want to use the muscles. We want to set up the environment through a series of movements that we do, sets up the environment for the correct muscles to respond, because those compensatory or accessory muscles are always jumping in to make up for, to compensate for the lack of strength at the core of the voice. And this is only achieved by vocal technique. This is the only place to really accomplish that level of skill and mastery. So similar to a world-class athlete working with an Olympic coach to improve their skill level of the physical body and drills, right, in performance, the cold vocal method, these exercises build this, strip away the wrong muscles, set up the correct vocal path, build the strength, tone, and skill of the singing voice, and also with vocal health at the forefront to avoid strain, and more to avoid injury or vocal loss as you go through your career. So, we really want to preserve the health of the voice, it's baked right into the technique. So everything that you're doing is preserving and protecting that instrument that is so important, right? Secret number 2 is using the right support. So secret 1 was voice building. Secret 2 is the right support using the trunk of the body. So the support for the singing voice is provided by a series of muscles in the trunk of the body, which means from the collarbones to the pubic bones to the pelvis. Those muscles and different areas like the pectoral muscles, the chest wall, the lats in the back muscles, the intercostal muscles, the abdominal muscles as well, all support the singing voice, but we're not trained to go down into the body, and we end up using from the throat up, from the neck muscles and the jaw, to control the sound, instead of actually providing the correct support in the trunk of the body for the instrument. And the pectoral muscles, if you just put your fingers here right on your pecs, right? And then squeeze your arms to the side of your body. Squeeze your arms. Do you feel the engagement of the pectoral muscles? Squeeze really hard and you'll feel the engagement of the pectoral muscles. The pectoral muscles are the first in the line in the chain of the vocal path and the support that we establish inside the co-vocal method. The pectoral muscles are the first muscles that anchor the laryngeal muscles. Why is that important? Because when we're singing with more power and more speed, more velocity of air, if we're not bracing and being able to use the body, we're not being able then to anchor the laryngeals, and the voice is unstable, gets pushed up, is cracks and breaks and all of those things. So the way to actually stabilize the voice is, by first, and I'm always teaching this, by having the chest lifted up closer to your chin, right? So that we have this relationship established. This also manages the breath control and manages the level of air in the lung as you're singing. So we're not dropping with the minute that the chest drops, even in a very tiny amount, the air is out of the lung. The diaphragm has popped up, right? So it's very important to have this chest raised so we have access to these pectoral muscles, which anchor the laryngeal muscles, which give the singer way more power without strain in the throat. Oh, hi, Ava and Pepe. Good to see you. Sending you so much love. I see you over here on Instagram. We have to connect soon. It's been forever. I see your beautiful artwork and everything, and I follow you on socials, of course, and keep up with you there, but let's connect soon. Good, Janet. I'm so glad. Technique is incredibly important, and the thing that we don't realize, everything that you're wanting in your voice is inside of this method, of a real vocal method. Everything that you're wanting is inside the technical aspects, right? Because we want the technical aspects in the back of the brain, not the front of the brain. The back of the brain really memorized inside of the body. So at the moment of performance, we don't want to think about technique, only what we there's a few things to concentrate on that can really help, but we want to focus on the performance. We want to focus on connecting to our audience. But a singer that doesn't have that level of skill established is going to be wrestling with those things at the moment of performance, interrupting the performance. Okay. So there's a couple of exercises over on the blog in secret number 2 here about the right support using the trunk of the body. But it starts with the pectorals, okay, and the position of the chest. Secret number 3 is the point of resistance or appoggio. And we've got about 5 minutes and I'm going to open up for questions. So please put your questions. I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking at Instagram. Put your questions in the comments right now so we can have a robust conversation and I can help you out. So secret number 3 is a point of resistance or appoggio. So you've heard me talk about this in vocal training in bel canto in the Italian school of singing, which the co-vocal method comes from. The point of appoggio refers to the maximum muscular tension that you experience during singing, like where you feel the most impact most singers will point to here. This is where they're feeling it, right? Because they're bringing their head forward. They're using the back of the neck, right? Which only pulls the palate down. It's an accessory muscle. It's a secondary muscle. And it causes vocal fatigue, and it actually keeps you from hitting those high notes and singing with more power. It mutes the voice as it relates to power in particular. But we want to take this pressure that we're feeling here, and we want to put the point of appoggio not here. Again, appoggio is maximum muscular tension you're experiencing during singing. We want to take it off of here and put it here, okay? Put it here, right? So this piece is extremely important, and we want to feel resistance at the chest wall. So I demonstrate throughout my entire method, even level 1 in the vocal freedom circle, is very important to feel resistance here. And the singer has the ability to flex the pectoral, have the chest in a high position, but the neck is free. The neck and the voice are free. Okay. This is the singer's stance. And we're going to go deep inside that in the vocal mastery program. I have a whole new series of sequences, body support work series, a breath work series that's much deeper than I've taught in Vocal Freedom Circle. And I'm also going to do a workout series for singers of the specific muscles where you need strength in the body. And I'm going to organize all of that for you guys. So it's going to be an incredible program. Go check it out, the Vocal Mastery Program. You'll see the links everywhere. And it's a year-long program. So this is an opportunity to immerse yourself and emerge in a year with an elevated voice without distractions. Like this is exciting, and this is the least expensive I'm ever offering it for right now, and that expires on the 28th in 3 days. Okay, so we're just announcing this to the list on Friday. We've announced to our alumni already because we want them to have the first opportunity to come in. And if you haven't done level 1 yet, we're giving you an opportunity to purchase level 1 at checkout. If you haven't done it, if you've already done it, even if you've done it back in 2016 when I started teaching Vocal Freedom Circle, even if you've done it back then, you qualify. You don't have to buy it, okay? You'll see that in the FAQs. But we're gonna really establish this connection once and for all. It's going to be inside of your body. You're going to know exactly what you're doing, and you're going to be able to sing with so much more power and so much more volume, but correctly, with better results, better resonance, and a free voice that, you're not burning your voice out, because most people are choking because they're using the muscles incorrectly. They're not using the trunk of the body, and they're not using the actual resistance here at the chest press and point of appoggio here. They're using more the back of the neck and the throat and all, and that will never get you where you're going. Secret number 4, I don't have time to get into all of them today. Secret number 4 is drinking the tone or drawing the sound inward. Most of the time, singers are thinking about projecting the sound outward. And again, it contributes to us reaching forward, pulling our chin forward, squeezing the back of the neck, which pulls the palate down, constricts the throat, puts the point of appoggio here, and the singer is strangled. And you're falling back into your throat, and you don't have that ability to sing with power, with more freedom. So I came up with this concept. I've been teaching voice in New York City for 38 years to some of the biggest names in show business, in entertainment, but also to thousands, tens of thousands of independent artists as well. And this method is an incredible method. And so I've been tweaking it and, really working the formula. And now it's the piece de la resistance. It's exactly where it needs to be. And we're coming forward and really bringing it to the world, because none of my mentors brought it forward. So, but this piece is really important, of this drinking the sound inward. So in a quick moment, I can demonstrate it. So put your hand here and raise your chest up, lift your chest up towards the chin. Okay, so there's a closer connection here. You're going to take your hands and you're going to press on the chest, maybe about 3 pounds of pressure, not a lot of pressure. And then we're going to sing. Oh, I don't have my piano on. We're going to sing on an ah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have 3 pounds of pressure now. So the most important thing is that you don't drop the chest at all. Most people on the initial onset of the sound will do this. Watch my chest. Ah, ah, because you are thinking that you need to project or push that air outward. That's why I don't like this whole thing about pushing the sound forward or, all of these things. There's much better ways to do that. That direction for the singer is not good because you're thinking up and out. And the minute that the chest goes in, the diaphragm is up and you don't have that reserve of air that you could have to sing with, and you're more in your throat. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this up. And as you sing, so there's no drop as you sing. And then as you sing that and hold that you're going to press into 10 pounds of pressure, but don't tighten the neck. Keep the neck soft. Okay. Chest is up. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to sing. Here we go. 3 pounds of pressure. 10 pounds of pressure. Let's do it again. Exhale, keep the chest up. Inhale. So all I'm doing is pressing against a raised chest. And if you do it correctly, you will notice more resonance, more power, more sound with less effort, more free, right there. Boom. Secret number 5 is developing the overtone series. So again, go to the blog. You can read more about today's live stream in detail. And just in a quick explanation of the overtone series, an overtone is any resonant frequency above the fundamental. So it's like harmonics that ring. And in the voice of a professional singer who's had professional pedagogy and training, the sound is ringing because the vocal path is clean and clear, and it's we have enough space, and we're not compromising by using the back of the neck or bringing our chin up for high notes, and we're able to then maintain the form, and the sound can ring. And we've also developed the strength of the actual core muscles in the voice building process. So power that comes from real core vocal strength that's developed through vocal technique, like in my cold vocal method. It's the only place I've ever found this particular sequence, okay, is what develops the overtone series. And a big voice can get very small. If your voice can only be big, you're going to start noticing wear and tear and burnout. So let's open it up for questions. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Anybody have any questions about the voice? I'd love to help answer. Come to the masterclass tomorrow at 3 p.m. It is the last free masterclass of the year. It's for singers who are serious about developing a world-class voice. Join me. Make sure you sign up for it. Get it in your inbox. This is the last one of the year. Okay, we've got a question here. Garrison says, I've heard people talk about lightening the sound as we get to higher notes. How do we know when we need to add weight or volume to a higher note, or is it just based on stylistic choice? Yeah, that is a secondary technique for keeping singers from getting too tight in the back of their neck, right? So it's more like, so I went right through my break, but I was able to keep the same sound, but I wasn't tightening on the top, right? And that's learning how to mix correctly. But I wouldn't call it lightening. That may be what a vocal coach a term they might use in a lesson. But if I think lightening the sound, then somebody might just go, and break and go into like a breathy head voice or something. That's not it exactly. It's, again, everything that I was teaching you today, learning how to use the trunk of the body to support so these muscles are free, but we also need to develop laryngeal resistance. And this is something I talked about last week that you'll find on YouTube. All the lives are over on YouTube. So last week I talked about laryngeal resistance, which is extremely important, because if that's not established and then you go to lighten up, it's not really going to give you the result that you want. And then there's also, yes, the stylistic choice of like singing with a lighter, breathier sound versus trying to keep a cohesive sound all the way through. Anybody else, any questions before I head out? I love these quick moments with you. I'm going to be doing more lives. I mean, I'm doing the Wednesday, every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, but I'm going to be adding a couple more at different times throughout the week to talk about the vocal mastery program and the cold vocal method, because it's coming up starting on October 16th. So if you're really serious about your voice, get your butt in this program. This is, in my humble opinion, the best technique on the planet, the most results. It's an incredible method. Come and experience it. Imagine a year in an immersive online vocal experience and incubator where we move through all of these movements together and we meet live on Zoom. It is not pre-recorded. And then there's also an adjunct to the program to teach the method, to become a vocal coach in the method. This is the first time we're opening this up. I've taught other coaches before, but now this is a brand new program to become a cold vocal method certified coach for those who are interested. So check out the vocal mastery program. Come tomorrow to the masterclass, the last one of the year, 3 p.m. Eastern. Be there. Make sure that you're there. You're going to want to see this and you're going to want to get that outline. The masterclass is in all the links everywhere, Janet. So you'll see it in Instagram on my link tree. On my website, you'll see it. The link is right there. Free masterclass, building a world-class voice. So you can just click on that, or you can just go to my Instagram, go to my last 2 posts and put masterclass in the comments and we'll send you the link. Actually, I'll put it in the comments on this replay of this live, which I'll post in just a minute as well. With the pectoral muscles engaged, it's supposed to be feeling like you're lifting something or just that you're holding your chest up. It's more than that. It's a little more involved than that. It's an isolated feeling. You're flexing your pectorals, the chest stays up, everything else is relaxed around it. Okay. And when you're practicing technique and you don't want the back to be triggered, like don't tighten your back, don't tighten your stomach, don't tighten your neck. It's an isolated experience. Okay. And the chest is up and the chest wall is expanded. Okay. Come and join me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Be there. You're going to want this if you're a serious singer. The free masterclass, Building a World-Class Voice. The link is on Instagram. The link is on my website at carriecole.com. The link is everywhere. And if you can't find the link, email us at info@carriecole.com and we'll send it over to you. Or comment on any of my Instagram posts. Just put masterclass in the comments. We'll send you the link. I'll see you tomorrow. I can't wait. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, guys.